Truth Cafee Podcast.
So if she's lucky, anaweza ingukia sasa acha shine mama yako maternity leave. I called her by the way. Talisa. I called her.
I was like, "Hiyo jina ndo alishindwa kushika."
Imagine.
Talisa.
I was like, I have to call her and check up on her. Ni kama hakuna mtu alikuwa na shughuli hii studio. No one. Because for 1 week nashinda nimeuliza mtoto anaitwa aje. Super. Hello. So nikupigie na record podcast. I'll call you sometime. Yeah. For a whole week nawauliza. Mtoto anaitwa aje? No one cares. Narudingi the following day in the faith and hope. Walifanya research, wakapiga simu wakauliza kipi ya mtoto no. Hao ni nani? Kwani ni wao?
Wow.
No one cares. Sio silent.
Vibration.
Tufanya.
Tuanze.
All right. Welcome to Truth Café Podcast, to another exciting episode with me, Tito Karis.
Alongside Wamboy, awili.
Happy new month, by the way. It's a brand new month.
Happy New Year, man.
Hey, Mungu Baba, tunaomba hiyo mwezi.
Happy New Year.
By the way, do we talk about that? Let's start with this so that we get it out of the way and talk about some other stuff.
Okay.
So, exactly 1 year ago. Today, this was born. Exactly 1 year ago, my friends. 1 year. It's unbelievable. I was thinking about it. Yeah, I even went back and watched the first episode. That episode was fun, by the way. I really liked the first episode. I loved it. The content.
Absolutely not, my brother. Let me tell you, ila kuniingililia
I loved it.
The first few episodes ila kuniingililia ulikuwa unaniingililianga.
The first episode.
Ulikuwa huko unaona nikiwa na sina content ama shida yako ilikuwa
ni zata na kuingiliaje na mimi naongea na make point zangu. But it was amazing, man. So Truth Cafe officially we are now 1 year old. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You know, in 1 year, boy, a lot of things have changed, man. A lot of things have changed. Corona has happened. Yeah, you have meow now. 1 year ago, you didn't have meow. 1 year.
You will be surprised. You will be very surprised.
Sisemi ati hakuwa. Labda alikuwa kwa picture, but how we know meow, we didn't know meow. 1 year ago.
Sisemi hivyo.
See, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Kulikuwa na yule mwingine. Kuna jina Biblia. Baba ya Yesu.
Excuse me. Oh my God.
1 year ago, but one thing hasn't changed. Truth Cafe Podcast.
Amen. Consistently going on and getting
1
even
year.
better.
1
From
year.
1 video a week to 2 videos a week. Man, that's
impressive.
the shit.
I'm so proud of us.
That
I'm so
is the
happy.
shit.
I'm so happy we've made it this far. Because guys, the thing you wouldn't know is it hasn't been easy, man. Still isn't easy. The build up, the come up is always the hardest bit to do. And every day we see new podcasts coming up. They reach out to us. They're like, you guys are doing an amazing job, blah, blah, blah. And I always tell people one thing. You're also doing an amazing job.
You too.
You're also doing an amazing job. But will you last? That's the question I always ask these people. Because some of them are amazing. Kwanza, this coming Wednesday, we're going to be doing a podcast with some lady called Cindy Orr. She has a podcast called the Dan Did It podcast. She's amazing.
Dan did it.
She's amazing. I like the humor and whatnot. It's short and precise. The style is different. And we had a convo and I was like, you're doing an amazing job. But for how long are you going to do it? That's the key. Because kitu tumekuja kurealize na hii Kenya yetu. Or not leave alone Kenya. Leave alone even Kenya. Basically everywhere. At times it's not about how talented you are. It's about how consistent you are. The consistency is what is going to make you stand out from the rest of the group. Consistency. So for us, that's what's one thing we pride ourselves in. You can criticize everything else.
Lakini hakuna siku utakosa video every week.
You cannot criticize us for not putting out content consistently. 1 year. Anyway, mtutumie M-Pesa. birthday wishes,
nitaandika namba yangu hapo chini.
do all the good stuff.
I'll be receiving the M-Pesas for Truth Cafe.
By the way, have you seen okay, so during this pandemic there have been a lot of content creators, and there's this thing where these content creators are putting up paybill and M-Pesa number.
Yeah, for supporting.
Do you think we need support? sorry hata si ati we need. Do you think they will support us? Manake tunajua tunahitaji support. Have you seen that? I've seen it.
I have, and I've seen it in many podcasts.
Leave alone even podcasts.
Even
DJs, kina Abel Mutua. Sasa kama Abel Mutua anaambia M-Pesa number, same sisi. Yeah. Go watch those things it has Young and Stupid. Mkurugenzi ameandika hapo, mkurugenzi till number M-Pesa number. Sasa kama Abel Mutua, sembuse mimi, sembuse sisi.
I mean, let us just bite what we can chew.
Yeah. Anyway, you never know. Mkiona till number, don't judge us. Mnakumbuka watu wakijaji makanisa? Ati yo kanisa ni M-Pesa till number. Look at you now.
Sasa kila kanisa iko na till number.
Even
the ones who are throwing stones.
Yeah. Sasa kila mtu unaambia down the screen.
So unajua sisi kanisa yetu kwanza. By the way, I started going to church.
Oh, you're back to church.
Yeah, I'm back to church. It is strictly 1 hour.
Nice. That must be nice. I would like that about the new church.
Yeah, it is strictly 1 hour. Mnaingia, mnafanya praise and worship, mnaomba, mnatangazwa matangazo. Sadaka mnaamka mnaombea. Amtoi sadaka mnaombea. Hapo nje there's this tithe box. So when you sit down where you sit, there's an envelope there. So if you have like tangible money, you put it in there.
Sasa watu wakobole hakuna kutoa sadaka.
Shauri yenu. Si utatoa tu ukafunge hivi ukienda ukitoka. And then now mkishambia sadaka mnakaa chini mnasoma reading, mnasikia word like 20 minutes. And then watu wanaenda home. So when you leave, in PCA there's like motaratara. You like the ones who are seated at the front, they must come out first, and then now the rest of the church. So as you come out, that's where the box is. You drop the basha there, and then there's paybill numbers like everywhere. It's like an M-Pesa. Back to a packet color green.
Safaricom.
Yeah, but there's M-Pesa paybill numbers like almost everywhere. So if you have like money, you can remove. Yeah, but I'm curious to see, in PCA churches we normally have like weeks for certain groups. Like now this Sunday there's a group called Brigade.
We keep learning every day.
There's a group called Brigade. It's like a scouts for
hadi wana match.
Match wakanadi uniform. And I'm part of them.
Na miguu zako mbili za left tuna match hadi.
Bro, kwanza acha hivyo. Wacha usifike hapo. Dress nilishonoa dress inafika hadi huku chini. Msichana manyanga ameenda kakata dress sahi hata haiwezi valika.
Wow.
It's that bad. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. But anyway, like on normal days before Rona, it used to be like a big ceremony. Mnaingia kanisa 10, mnatoka kanisa 2. 2 hours mnajua ulikuwa mnafanya nini? Kitu inaitwa jumbo sale. So you're trying to raise money.
Okay.
So somebody brings chicken.
You're very passionate about this church thing, eh?
So I'm just telling you because
I can see it. Niko hapa. Mungu akubariki.
So here's the thing. So there's jumbo.
Wewe unaona recruit wa PCA hapa. Bado tuambie location.
Andika hapo chini kwa description box.
Okay.
So the thing is somebody brings chicken, other person brings like miwa, let us spinach even, and then now you have to convert these things to money.
So people buy those
auction
things.
Those things. So the money that you get, then you give out the highest bidder gets the thing, and then you give out the money, and then so that takes like 2 hours. Wow. And then kuna preacher anataka kuchukua hapo 2 hours pia akipreach ni saa 7 watoto wanalia huko nje wanasikia njaa. I mean
it's a good, I like the new format.
Let's wait and see this Sunday. I'm waiting to see this Sunday how we're going to do it, because we've not observed like a Sunday like that. I'm really eager to see.
Sisi wenye tunasikizanga Jelosen kwa radio na TV, nothing has changed for us.
Mnajisikianga aje lakini?
Nothing has changed for us.
As in mnasikianga ni kama make it. Ati watu wa Jelosen. Then there's this breed of people who go to like international churches ati Winners Chapel.
Nini?
Enda kwa kanisa ya mama yako wako anaenda Winners Chapel. Mama yako ni Muanglican na kuna kitamba imeandikwa AIC hapa mbele. Go to
not everyone is like that. Anyway, enough of the churches. A lot has been happening this past week rather. I don't know even where we start. Should we start off by Beyonce? Do we start with Beyonce? Have you watched Black is King?
Yeah, of course I have.
I haven't watched it. Spendagi vitu za peer pressure mimi.
Eh.
I'm waiting for the dust to settle.
Ndo watch.
I'm waiting for the dust to settle and then I watch Black is King. So Beyonce put out a visual album which was a soundtrack to Lion King, which dropped last year. And then bro, inakaa tu harusi ya Afrika. Ni vitenge tu kila mahali. What do you make of it? What did you make of it? Was it all that? We're going to talk about Beyonce in a couple of minutes because I think
I have
how people worship Beyonce is very scary.
Yeah, like I have a lot of feelings. They're all mixed. So I don't know how I'm supposed to answer that question. But this is what I'd say. Beyonce, as far as PR is concerned, she does it very well.
It's scary.
The streets are talking about Beyonce in Africa. But let's get down to like vitu kwa ground. As far as promoting African things are concerned, tours.
Beyonce's never toured in Africa, man.
See?
Kuna mtu alisema Beyonce only uses Africa for aesthetics. She doesn't care about us, my friend.
Those are my feelings.
She doesn't care. And here's the other thing,
She doesn't give a shit.
And here's the other thing I didn't like about Black is King. I've watched the beats, the trailers and whatnot. Every time you hear the West or someone from the West trying to do an African accent, the accent they do is Nigerian. And in my mind, I'm like, you do know Africa has 54 fucking countries.
Luluya. Tuko na Waluya huku wako na accent noma.
So that by itself I find very ignorant and at times, and that's why
or South Africa,
and that exposes how the West is very ignorant. They say this thing is for Africans made by Africans, but when you look at it,
it doesn't look
African. It doesn't represent Africa. It represents West Africa and South Africa.
It even represents one country in like the whole Africa.
It's
sad.
But by virtue of that, I don't like that because I'm like, you guys should have done your proper research and realize there are so many. Mimi kwanza kitu naniuma pia ni the lack of representation from East Africa. Kwani tuliwasea nini hawa watu? What is wrong with East Africa?
Na vile bwana Kwangwaru wanafanya mambo.
Nilisemanga mbona hawakuita Simba? Unajua Simba Morogoro and the movie is called Lion King. Lakini labda wamesikia sifa zake.
But you're not ready to have that conversation.
Lakini unajua wamesikia sifa zake. Amedunga East Africa mzima mimba.
Hatutaki Beyonce.
Hataki Beyonce.
Beyonce anapewa mimba, atazuba tu hivi apewa mimba.
Simba ni Simba bro.
Dangote.
By script. You know, speaking of Diamond. Correct me if I'm wrong. Has Diamond done any collaboration with the Kenyan artist?
No.
Why? You know, I was thinking about that. I was like, why has Diamond not done a collaboration with any Kenyan artist?
And the way Kenyans like worship him.
I know why. Like hiyo kitu bado nilikaa chini nikajiuliza maswali mingi and Tanasha Donna doesn't count people because ndio kuna watu wanasema hiyo. Tanasha Donna alipokolabo ndio alikuwa anagwara. Hiyo ni collabo ya consent.
Uko sure kuna wimbo na Sauti Sol?
Diamond? No. Bro, tungekutisha sikia mbona tutujisaya Alikiba na Sauti Sol.
Diamond is an idiot, man.
Don't
at me.
Mbona Diamond hana collabo na any Kenyan artist? You know, it's crazy. And I'm sure most people have never thought about it. It has never crossed most people's mind.
I don't know.
Anyway, my point was the lack of representation from East Africa. That's very worrying. But anyway, pole tu Mungu anatupigania. Maybe our time is coming. Wacha West Africa, South Africa wapige shine yao kimaliza, watakuja East Africa. This is where originality is. Authentic type of stuff is.
Authenticity.
Yeah, but
there's something I like about Beyonce though. The fact that she's promoting black-owned businesses like in a very wide scope. I've seen a couple of Kenyans. I've seen 2 Kenyans. Looks like Avido was featured Juicy.
Yeah,
you know Avido,
yeah. The one
then
managed by
there's some
Jimani.
chick. I don't remember her name, but that chick, she's amazing, man. She's the shit.
But you know, Beyonce is good at what she does, but I think this Africa promoting charade is just a smoke
it's
mirror.
It's a charade.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything because let's face it, she's the one who benefits the most than us. Yeah, ukipiga collab na yeye, it's good for you, but she's the one who's gaining because for her it's all about reinventing herself from time. Because when I imagine Beyonce doesn't tweet, doesn't amenyamaza tu, then when she wakes up she wants to release a project, we're all talking about it. That is sick type of shit. that is like uma there ang'ang'anangi kutwak sijui ametupostia picha za mapaja Instagram. No, analea watoto wake na Amani, anapea Jay-Z vitu. Then when she's working, you remember when she dropped that remix featuring Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah,
it was the talk of town.
Ilikuwa TikTok.
Man,
I got the shit.
Man, let me tell you, must be nice to be Beyonce. Must be nice. But I was so speaking to someone. When do you think Beyonce became Beyonce? Like
after Destiny's Child.
Yeah, but I get that. But kila mtu anakuanga ile turning point. Like when did she become this mystery figure?
I don't know.
Like that.
Do you?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like because niko sure Beyonce was Beyonce for a while. But this Beyonce experience now, this is a new level of Beyonce.
All right, so here's what I think. I may be wrong, but here's what I think. After Destiny's Child was split up, yeah, he started doing collabos with his husband, and then now she got this like new names, just Sasha Fierce or something, and then now it became the talk of town. Oh, Illuminati, nini. And then I think that's.
But I think we have to credit Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a smart businessman. I'm sure Jay-Z has a lot to do with branding and marketing the wife, because I don't know, man. Anyway, that's just besides the point.
But Jay-Z is such a mystery to me, man.
Bro,
he's such
he
has no Instagram.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care, my friend. Mbite anasemanga, I'm trying to get Hov money before death takes me away. That's what I'm trying. Get Hov money. That guy, everybody's singing about him. And he walks the talk. Nipsey alikufa akapewa watoto wake charity. Yes, school fees. Meek Mill kwa jela, pewa lawyer, bro. George Floyd sijui nini, pewa.
It's the shit, man.
The billionaire from Mercy. Hey. Anyway.
Sometimes unaangalianga hizo vitu unasema tu Mungu atusaidie. Kwa sababu
anyway,
just like small people from a village probably.
Anyway, the other thing that happened over this week is the Beirut explosion. Did you watch that?
Yeah.
Up until now, that's one of the craziest things I've seen online. You know, I even thought it's an excerpt from a movie. Like, Jumta linaonyesha kwa staff story yake. Nabebu wana kitu. I was like, hizi ni, you know, labda ni ya kitambo. But it happened, man.
Okay. Oh. It's so insensitive for me to laugh.
Why are you laughing?
I've just remembered this nigga Trump. That man was so quick to say it is a terrorist attack. The world is just looking at him. He's like the president of the United States, and he's just like making careless statement like that.
So, backstory for those who, and you may be living under a rock. This past week, there was an explosion in Lebanon, in Beirut, and the explosion was caused by ammonia nitrate that was stored at the port for 6 years. For 6 years. The last time I checked, they were saying it's because of negligence. They had to find out the real cause, what triggered the ammonia to explode. But the question people are asking, how do you leave ammonia nitrate for 6 years, kwa port, bro? That thing is very explosive. It's flammable. So for 6 years, hiyo kitu imepipwa ikaiva. That's
it's like wine.
6 years. And let me tell you, when you look at the magnitude of that explosion, I was watching on BBC, some of the eyewitnesses were saying, when that explosion happened, walikuwa na peperuka kata paper. Like, simeka hivi. All they could see is people in the air. Poof! You know, like, that man there was saying.
Oh, ladies with the eyelashes and wigs.
Bro, even cars, everything. As of now, Lebanon don't have a port. Juport yote imeenda. And they couldn't. Anyway, akunanga time boya yani accident could happen, but now is the worst time because
of COVID.
COVID, yeah. And before this happened, they already walikuwa na overwhelmed na COVID-19. The cases were rising, the deaths were rising. Then this happened. Ni wale sasa wako like cancel 2020 already.
it was tragic, we agree. Like it was really tragic.
Very, very. Almost.
But how the world responded, that was overwhelming, man. Do you know they even have like an app now? It's called Red Cross Lebanon or something. You download it from App Store, Play Store, and then you donate money for them. Worldwide, man.
Mi bado nakwanga skeptical na hizo vitu. Tuliongelea last episode. Because
yes, yeah.
No, because hii pesa inaenda wapi?
Inaenda Lebanon.
Kwa nani?
Kwa Red Cross.
Let me tell you, I think as human beings, at times we are so gullible because of course that's how our normal human beings we should react. But is anyone questioning where this money is going to?
Tenda wewe nenda zako bro.
I know. Unaona hiyo kumemba kutana wenda zako. Hiyo ndio inafanya vitu zinaibiwa Kenya. Tunapewa mask na Jack Ma.
Na hakuna shida. Where's the problem? You know me by the way. Kenyans, let me address Kenyans. Listen. Stop beating yourself up at tunatoa pesa zinaibiwa. What is the problem? Let them steal. At the end of the day kwani ataiba hadi lini na ataiba alafu apata na cancer na kufe hapo na kuacha hapo. You with your 2,000 shillings eating KFC. What is wrong with you guys?
No, it's a problem. You know why? And that is a very good segue for what I'm about to talk about right now. Umeona kazi mtaani. Utaona huko by the way. Watu wanafagia barabara huko kwenye. You've seen them. So I saw kazi mtaani.
Nimeona tu I was so shook. I was like, huh?
Yeah, kazi mtaani. Neto kazi mtaani. So it's a program that's meant to help youths who are unemployed to make a shilling here and there. So I saw an article on Citizen saying some youths came out complaining that they're supposed to be paid 450 per day.
No, 650.
Chana hiyo, there's another one I saw. 450 per day, supervisor sijui 600. Hiyo ni worker than the supervisor. So what they were saying is that money has been slashed to being paid 90 bob per day. And they were asking, where is the rest of the money? From 450 to 90 bob per day.
Okay.
Aya, huku Rongai, they're doing it in phases. The first phase that happened, allegedly, kuna hiyo lot hawakulipwa hata. Even a single cent. Hawakulipwa. And then now they're in this second phase. This second phase now tunasikia wanapewa 90 bob per day. And you know what's so sad about that? Jutapata kwa hiyo kikundi kuna mtu ameenda university, ndio atoke afagie barabara, ameweka kiburi yake kando. Amesema man, COVID-19 is here, ni kubaya, sina hata kobolea kununua airtime. Acha tunaende nipatie 400 at least. Then mtu nuku bado naiba hiyo pesa.
Okay. May I?
Usiongee ujinga.
May I? Listen guys, I'm just trying to make you woke. Jacob said just because you're woke does not mean everybody is as woke as you are. So I'm just trying to make you woke. Ikitu ya ati you will be paid by exposure. Let's talk about that first. Kidogo. No, I'm just guzia hii.
But that needs a whole discussion.
Kidogo. Naguza
that is very close to home.
Naguza tu nikisonga. Oh, you will be paid by exposure. And then the other people who okay, let me just talk about being paid na exposure. In regards to watu kuwork kwa gavana, kuwork kwa barabara and this and this and this. Working for exposure is not wrong for different people. Karis, listen to me.
Okay.
Ukiambiwa uende work homeboys na Jiman, no, just keep quiet.
No, make point yako, I'll interject.
Uende work homeboys na Jimani for like 3 months. And then now let's talk about your contract. Let's just go and work for Jimani. And then wewe ujisaidie ufanye ujue venye utafika hapo. Utakataa?
Can I respond?
Utakataa? Nimekuuliza swali, utakataa?
Naweza kataa.
Utakataa?
Yeah. Let me explain why. To some extent I agree with you. And this is why. You know why I don't like this about the rhetoric about exposure? Two things. Exposure, the only exposure I can allow, you are Jimani, right? I see what you're doing, your homeboys, you're big, this brand. I reach out to you, mimi, nikutafute. Uniambia, so, okay, COVID-19 is happening now, nini. You come, let's put you under that 3 month, see how you go, and then we'll talk about the money. Totally fine with that. You know which I'm not fine with? You are Jimani. Okay? Umeandika, we are hiring.
We're not hiring. You know, easy.
See, and you see the discussion.
I'm talking about clear exposure, like exposure ya ukwelo.
Exactly.
See, easy.
Unaona, wewe unaita wizi because ni wizi, but for these people they still disguise that under exposure. You heard that about at cafe. The drama.
Yeah.
They put out a competition. Hakuna mtu aliwatafuta. You see, me have a problem with ulitafuta mtu. Alafu akikuja unaambia sina budget nini. The same to these people, like I'm photographing for charity. Someone sees your work. They slide in a DM, they're like, I have a gig for you, but I don't have money. You looked for me. You see, when you come to me, please usiniambie nitakulipa na chipo. But if I'm reaching out to you, unaona,
I will eat you.
If she's a lady. But if I'm the one who is reaching out to you, I don't mind, because you have the bargaining power, not me. Mimi ndo nili reach out. Unaona, in terms of that I agree with you. In terms of exposure, hiyo exposure naweza kubali. Like right now nikienda nibishie Season TV waniambia kuna kazi, lakini niambia ni aje, I understand, lakini mimi nataka mnipeka. Mimi ndo nimewaambia. Lakini Citizen will put out an advert. They want to employ people. And then when you get there, because you know this thing they never say up front, you just hear, oh, we are looking for 6 people to hire. Then ufike hapo, they tell you to work for 1 year for free ndio upate job. You see, that's a problem. You ulitafuta watu.
Sawa.
That one,
people are so different, Karis. May know if you told me to go and work for somebody and it is for exposure and I know it's gonna give me like the exposure, I'm gonna work it. Like, it doesn't matter. I have nothing to lose.
Exactly. And you see, here's the thing, and that's what makes this discussion very difficult. And that's why this thing is never gonna go away. And we were having with it for charity yesterday night, and we were saying, hata leo hii. Yeah. Nonsense. We were tukirecord random discussion for clarity purposes. Like, utapata me and you, mtu atukujie sahi aseme anikujie mimi wa kwanza niambie, oh, so I have this gig I wanted to MC and it's a corporate gig, kina sauti utakuwa hapo nini but I don't have money for you.
You won't go?
I won't go. But
people are so different.
Ndio I'm giving, listen to my example. Si unaona mimi nimekataa, watakujia kwako and you'll gladly say yes. And that's why I'm saying, by virtue of that, that's why this thing can never end. The exposure discussion will never end, because
it's different for everybody.
Exactly, because there's one person who will say no and there are 9 people who will say yes. Hata wanikujie, hata tukosana tumambia quotation, me I want 1,000, ukiringa kuna mtu ako willing kufanya enda for 20 bob. That's why this discussion exposure, if you
bargain,
you need to only know your worth as an individual. Wewe ukikataa umekataa na usisikie vibaya, na yule mwingine akikubali, wewe ukifinyiliwa si umekubali kufinyiliwa, you're willing to do it for 20 bob, for 10, for cheapo and soda, for transport alone, well and good. But I think, and that's why this big corporation, because it was very sad about that art cafe thing. You put out an advert, you want people to participate, create G logos for you nini, alafu unalipa na kahawa.
Okay, so can I get back to what I was saying? By virtue of you saying that, you make a valid point. Okay? So this is what I'm trying to say, and I'm trying to agree with what you're saying by saying that exposure hits different for everybody else. Sawa? And information is out there. And I said this in the last episode. Information is out there. If you want to go and work for a government that you know, mimi kama vitu kama census, I didn't even participate in those things. None. I've never participated in anything government, because I know at the end of the day, these guys are going to frustrate me and they're going to steal my money. And I've heard that story that you're saying. This morning, kuna mtu nasikia kusema imeandikwa kwa memo, imeandikwa 600, wanafaa kulipwa, but imeandikwa 600, wanafaa kulipwa, but wanalipwa 450. Ati Mayor's Junior Chief, Mayor's Junior nani.
Do you know even the census thing, the people who never got paid?
See?
Kuna watu walirushiwa ya census.
See? Once bitten, twice shy. If you actually don't, like, if it's not a matter of life and death, once bitten, twice shy.
So yeah, man. The exposure thing, mimi personally, exposure mimi naweza kubali. Mimi nimekutafuta, nimekulamba, nimekusuka. Hiyo ni sawa. Lakini wewe umenitafuta. And that's the most disrespectful thing. Leo mboni kama mtu
as in me personally for me it depends with like the kind of people that I'm going to meet and what I'm going to get out of there with.
You know the problem I have with Mboy. Leo hii you're doing this podcast, right? Mtu ameona you have good orator skills. you will make a good MC. By virtue of that, huyu mtu ameappreciate talent yako. Mbona usiingie kwa mfuko uappreciate? Because they approached
but
you.
There's a journey, Karis.
Nonsense.
There's a journey to this thing.
Hiyo journey sitakunywa maji, sitakula kwa hiyo safari, sitavaa, nalala nje. Hiyo journey. Just because it's a journey.
But you've been doing it ever since before you even before this guy reached out.
Exactly. That's why if I say no, akwende.
Nah, I look at the bigger picture. Nitatamak na nyinyi for 3 months. Cool. And then what am I getting out of the 3 months? Is it something that is secure? Fine. If it is nonsense, then no.
Mimi shida yangu.
If you come and tell me to promote something, maybe a business that you have, I promote it for you, and then
mimi shida yangu. Wambo mimi shida yangu ni ulinikujia. Mbona ulinikujia? You saw something.
Okay, congratulations,
you saw something.
If there's anybody who's going to hire you,
you saw something. No, you saw something. By virtue of that, at least appreciate me. Content creators wanapewa ujinga huku nje Wamboi.
We don't know our worth.
What? I'm telling content creators.
We don't know our worth.
Mimi nakwambia people and you see the thing is once you said you can imagine people even like Chetushani unaambia fanya gigs for exposure. Mimi nakwambia these people when you said the president, it never stops. The artists who will look at.
It's not a problem. Okay, Chetushani akiitwa Coachella aende akafanya for exposure atakataa.
I don't know. Maybe he can. Because
Chetushani, you shouldn't.
No, mimi naweza kataa Wamboi.
Usikatai juu utaenda uko potana na Beyonce mwambie tufanye collab, upate collab. Jina yako igrow. I mean, see the
you think that's how Beyonce works? Beyonce collaborating process.
Beyonce, I've used Beyonce just as an example. You'll meet Megan Thee Stallion, she'll talk for you.
Your mentality hapana. Exposure naweza kubali. Will they pay the air ticket for me? Will they sort my accommodation?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
If they do all those stuff and they all I need to shop and perform, sawa. Lakini mimi bado nitafutana na ticket. Nikifika huko nitafutana na lodging.
Ngoja. Uende kwanza Nyayo House. Wakufrustrate je una passport.
Exposure. Na sijui exposure italipa mwaka gani.
I know.
That's why I love that song by Steph Capella. Don't be talking about exposure. Money talks, my brothers. Money talks.
Don't be talking about exposure.
This Kenya, mimi nakwambia Kenya, you can just die by looking at things. Hivyo ukufe tu. You give up. Mr. Exposure nikasirishanga sana by the way. Mimi uliniona. You came to me. Sikukuja kubishia mlango kwako mimi.
That's what it is.
Na watu kama nyinyi mnafanya sasa story Exposure itaendelea.
Me, it's just different for me. Okay, mimi sitaki kuenda na hizo makrad zenyu zilipa na exposure. Nilipa na hiyo exposure kama itani expose cha ukweli. Kama ni kunifrustrate kana exposure yako simple.
Sawa basi. But people, mimi nakwambia Kenyans are not genuine people, and that's why I don't agree with the exposure thing, because mtu hataki kutumia do. We've seen people, mtu akona kajina kidogo anakwambia niundie logo, niko na jina boy.
Wewe logo yenye uko nayo Paris ulitengenezwa na exposure?
No,
ulilipia? Nani ulilipa nani?
For Chari.
That's a lie. For Chari.
I paid in other forms. I paid. No. But I didn't go to him telling him, bro, nitengezee watu wa Truth Café watakuona. That was not the agreement.
What was the agreement?
Money.
But you didn't give him money.
Money.
No, you didn't.
You don't know that.
That's a lie.
For Chari, please comment down below.
For Chari, he didn't pay you with money, did he? No, he didn't. Sijui friendship. I'm here to listen to you, to your problems, bro.
I cook for chapatis.
No.
But exposure. There was something I wanted to say. Nikasahau. There's something I wanted to say. Shit, I heard that one when that happens. There's something na nikitu ya maana sana nilikuwa nimecross kichwa wangu.
Savage, yeah.
Ime lost Steve down. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up at that particular point. And look, guys, after watching this, make sure you share, like, comment, and subscribe. Wanasemanga sharing is caring. Sharing is caring, all right? And shout out to everybody, man, to all the loyal listeners, loyal viewers, to our South Africans brothers. Shout out to you, man. tunapambana, bado mapambano. It's a long journey. Anyway, I think that's just about it, right? Anything else, boy?
Nah, man.
Okay. That's it. That's how we wrap up this episode. Make sure you look out for the Wednesday episode. Two episodes every week, and we might do more. We are turning 2 years, guys, so we're gonna increase the frequency of doing content. All right, maybe 3 times a week. We never know. You never know. Wait and find out. But in the meantime, Wednesday episode drops at 10 a.m. We always have a guest. Could be a singer, could be a podcaster, could be a random person. So long as you're having a conversation, it's always a good thing right here on Truth Cafe. All right, have yourselves a lovely week. Muwe na Monday njema. Mungu awabariki.
Uko sawa?
Ni nini? God bless you.
Is everything okay at home?
Nafanyanga nikae na kae ni mtu wa Illuminati. God bless you guys again.
Truth Cafe Podcast.